Hey BBs, it's Plastic, and today I'm back with y'all for another video. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing really good. In today's video, we have to talk about what happened today on Miss Mattel Creations. We have to talk about it all. As I'm filming this video, it's the 27th of October, 2023, and today was the Nightmare Before Christmas Monster High Skullector doll drop, and usually I don't make like a bunch of videos like when one doll drops. Like I'm not gonna make a 10-minute video on like a stock photo of a doll because it's like not my personal jam. But sometimes I like to have these sit down kind of videos where we Ghoul chat and talk about some of the more exciting dolls that are kind of happening. Because I really want to chat about this release. I want to chat about these dolls because I don't like to talk about like the Monster High Collector dolls and like the limited edition dolls until after they get, released and after I get them in my hands, because I never want to jinx it, especially on social media, because I don't know, like I just don't want I don't want I want to gatekeep the dolls, like that's being so for real. Like if you know about the dolls, you know about the dolls. If you don't know about the dolls, and like follow the Monster High Instagram, like okay, because I am a gatekeeping little creature, and if I can not post about the dolls and have a better chance of getting the dolls, then that's what I'll do. So I haven't had the time to publicly like talk about my thoughts and my feelings on these dolls, and I haven't really had much time to really process them because we got a teaser of these dolls. I want to say it was Tuesday of this week. We got like the teaser photos, like the feet photos, and then we got the promotional images a couple hours later. And yeah, ever since those images came out, I've been on edge because I know this release was going to be a big one for Monster High. And obviously we're talking about the Monster High Nightmare Before Christmas dolls, like the Disney IP. I hope that you already know. So if y'all clicked on the video, y'all saw the thumbnail. But these dolls were such an interesting release where I think it was one of the worser releases in the entire, well, it's probably the worst release in the entire year, not in the terms of the dolls, just in the terms of people being able to get these dolls, because I'm so grateful that I was lucky enough to get these dolls. I thought these were releasing at 12 o'clock, and like I live in the EST kind of time zone. They release at the 12 p.m. EST, so my thought was, oh my god, this is gonna be releasing on my college, like as I'm in class. I'm so scared of getting these dolls, and thankfully, I guess I didn't read the post right or something, but they changed the release time for some odd reason to 3 p.m. EST instead of 12, I guess what, p.m., whatever, in the morning. So it was very odd that they changed it just for this release, because every single Monster High Collector doll, despite some of the weird drops we've had in between, like Chucky, we only got to the stock photos 30 minutes before the dolls actually dropped, which is weird. Most of them have all dropped at 12 p.m. EST, so it's really interesting that they completely changed the time zone. We saw this time zone change with Skullector Ghoulia, or Fan Club Ghoulia from earlier this year, but it was very odd that it happened with the Skullector Nightmare Before Christmas doll, so just want to say that really quickly, that was a really weird time change, and it wasn't really something that I really paid attention to. So thankfully it was pushed back later instead of earlier, because if it was earlier, I would have definitely missed out on these divas, but I was, again, thankful to get these dolls, and once I get these dolls in my closet, there'll be a review on these dolls, and we'll get to see them more in person. But again, today's video and Ghoul Chat is definitely just about my initial thoughts and feelings just on the stock photos. And I hope by me saying that it's not me jinxing it, but I am excited about these dolls. I don't know if it's okay to say right now that I never have seen the movie for Nightmare Before Christmas, at least in full. I've seen snippets of it here and there, but I've just never gotten into the movie, and that might not be the best thing for me to say right now because the launch went horribly wrong. It was a mess, like truly one of the worst ones that I was there. I was like, just tragic. But before we get into that, let's just talk about the dolls, because we've again skipped around for 4 minutes of me just talking. So again, it's the iconic Christmas movie by Disney, which is kind of random. Like I never thought like we'd get like a Disney collaboration with Monster High. Like that's not something that was really on my bingo card for Monster High alumni stuff, but I'm excited that it happened. I think it was cool that it happened. Obviously the dolls are modeled after Jack Skellington and Sally from the movie, like the claymation. We already know the tea. And initially when I first saw these dolls, like when they were first popping up on my Twitter, I was really not into these dolls. Like I was really like, what is happening? Like I thought Jack Skellington's head looked like a Funko Pop that they just popped off an action figure and put on a Monster High new body, and I was kind of confused, to be honest. And I always thought, like, I thought like this collaboration was going to be more of a Monster High-ified version of these characters, so I was really confused to kind of see Jack Skellington, especially in specific. But as time has gone on, and I didn't want to look at these dolls too heavily because in case I didn't get them. But now that I'm able to like look at them more, I'm really obsessed. I think Jack Skellington, like when you think about his character, like it would have made no sense for him to be like Monster Highified in the way of like if his face was on like a regular Monster High like a boy face, it wouldn't have translated like it did here. I still think it kind of looks like an action figure, but like I think that's okay because that's what he's meant to be. Like he's meant to kind of look like a skeleton, like he's a round head. And I honestly really appreciate this entirely new sculpt for this doll. I'm actually really excited to kind of get it again in person and everything. But it was definitely a choice that took me a lot by surprise when I first saw this pack being, you know, revealed and everything. I wasn't expecting it at all again. Usually the skullectors, they just kind of like take an iconic character and like put it on a Monster High body and like modify it a little bit. But this was very, very interesting, and they made a whole new body sculpt. I'm pretty sure that's just from the stock photos. We've never had a male skeleton doll, so that was really, really, really cool. I was, again, expecting for Jack Skellington to be completely gender bent like Tiffany and Chucky was. I just thought it was going to be like a girl version of Jack, but I think it looks cool for what it is. I'm gonna watch the movie after I get these dolls, so like, you know, because again, if I watched the movie and I didn't get the dolls, like I would probably be like really heartbroken because like I would get into the movie and then like I wouldn't have them and I'd be like, okay, it'd be a whole thing. But I'm excited to watch the movie now, and I know that kind of sounds insane. I think his outfit's cool. I think it makes a lot of sense based again off his character. I don't really have any complaints with the doll besides his head being a big shock to me. And again, I am excited about this new body. It looks super tall. It looks super skinny. It looks super exciting. I'm really excited about the whole 4 fingers I think he has on here. That it's pretty cool. He had the fabrics look a little bit cheap, but we kind of come to see that with Monster High Skullector dolls like Miss Tiffany over here. Very, very thin satiny dress, and that's kind of what I can definitely feel. Like if you'll have this doll, I think this material is going to be the exact same thing that his skeleton tuxedo is going to be made out of. Like I don't have any high expectations for the fabric quality to be amazing, but again, for a Monster High set, it's very, very tame. It's not super, you know, crazy or anything flamboyant or anything. I think it looks great for the character that we have. But then moving on to Sally, who was honestly the only reason I bought this set, to be honest, because again, I haven't really seen the movie too much, but I know Sally based off things. I actually have a Sally mug over on my desk. Wait, let me show y'all that. Like, this has been on my desk for years. I've had this since I was a kid. And I don't remember who got it for me, but it's like a Disney Store Sally mug. And I have like Care Bears and like sewing needles in here, so it's kind of a random little mix of things, but I was really, I don't know why, but like I was just excited about this like mug. So I was like, I guess I should put it over here for the video. So I was definitely just drawn into Sally just because of she's such an iconic character, and I've seen so many Monster High customs of this doll. So the opportunity to actually own her as a Monster High official doll was really exciting for me. Some of the things that I love about this doll is actually her hair. I love how long it is. I love that sleek middle part with the red. It's super fun, and I actually really, really love her face. I can't tell if this is going to be a new face mold or if all the scars on her face are like drawn on or like, you know, like not colored on, but like painted on. Like I'm very, very interested to see if this face sculpt is a reused one or a new modified one, because again, my envision for this face is that it's like a completely new sculpt. I think her eyes are super captivating, and it's actually something that I, again, did not like at first, to be honest, because I thought it would just be Sally kind of tapped into Monster High and she'd be a lot, you know, very gaggy, but I kind of love this more horror-esque kind of thing that they had going on. It kind of feels, it fits the movie and it fits what we're going for, so I really, 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 truly appreciate that, and I'm actually so excited to get this doll. Like, her mug is so beyond pretty, and I also like her dress. I know a lot of people were hating her dress, but that was one of the things when I first saw it was actually really in love with. I have no notes really on the dress. Again, we've seen the high-low mermaid dress for a while. I'm not gonna not complain with you guys, and I think as her inspiration is she's like a rag doll, like she's been like stitched together. So I think we could have went a little bit crazier with it. I wasn't, you know, we could have went other ways with the dress, and I'm not disagreeing with that, but for what we got in the state of modern Mattel, I think it looks good. I love like the kind of like the lacy kind of frills on the bottoms. I think her shoes are cool. I'm assuming that's like an inside joke for the movie, so I'm excited to, again, I feel like such a, like a fake person right now, being like, I never watched this movie, because I know it's like a classic and everything, but like, I promise y'all, I'm gonna watch the movie before my review. Like, I promise y'all, because I'm sure that's like a thing, but now I feel like kind of bad about that. But anyway, I think she's stunning. But one of the reasons I also was really intrigued for this pack specifically was because it's the first time we've seen the Monster High Skullector boxes changed really dramatically. We've seen some like minor changes here and there with like the window glass kind of sliding out, and like I think they made a smaller one for Elvira. I don't really care that much, but I think this one is the best Skullector box we've ever gotten, and I'm honestly gonna feel really guilty unboxing it, but it looks so cool. I think this is for like the 30th anniversary of the Nightmare Before Christmas, if I'm correct. That's what I heard on the timeline, so don't run with that. I don't remember really. But I think the again, like I can recognize a lot of the characters just from the box of like what, oh my god, I feel again like a fake person, but like the little dog, like I know that, like I just think like and it's like it's like set in like a graveyard, like it's, I think that was like where Jack lives, I want to say. I just think it's, again, I apologize, y'all, for all the fans out there who is just like an idiot kid who just got this collector pack, who just wants the Monster High dolls. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so uncultured. But like I get like the box is just stunning. Even the back of the box is so pretty. I love how like they look so like, you know, in their own world. Like I just think this packaging is stellar. And I honestly, if this was like a regular release and this release wasn't like Mattel Creations and like super hard to get, like I would definitely want another one of these dolls just to keep in box, because I love these really fun campy boxes. I think I like, this is one of the things I really love and truly like appreciate with Monster High is how fun they can get with the packaging. For a while, Monster High was kind of boring with the packaging. With G3 and Alumni, like again, earlier this year, I don't think there was any packaging that I was really gagged over. So it's really refreshing to kind of see something like this where it's really exciting, it's really fresh, and it's really new. And it really speaks to the dolls, it speaks to the characters, it speaks to the fan base. So I'm truly, truly, truly over the moon about the packaging, and I think, again, the dolls are really, really, really stunning. So overall, I definitely was excited about this pack, and I definitely am still excited about this pack. I just think this pack was done really tastefully, to be honest. Like, again, all the new sculpts are stunning. My one thing that I would have loved for this pack to do was to include some more accessories. I think, like, I think the dog's name's Max, which is actually kind of funny. Max, wait. I didn't know, okay, its name was Max. So I would love like the Max dog to kind of be incorporated, because I feel like that's kind of like a little fun like toy, and like they included pets early on, like when Greta was released, they included pets. I know Sally has a purse in the pack, but I wish we had more accessories. I think that's always something that we should get with these dolls that are costing $90. This pack was $90 plus shipping and taxes, and that's just USD, so it changes all that. I think for again, the price point is a little bit crazy on these dolls. We should have got a little bit more just in terms of like accessories, but like whatever. I just think that would have been a little bit nicer, you know. But this pack sold out, and I want to say, people say it was 8 minutes, but I feel like it was definitely shorter. Like I don't believe that it was only 8 minutes. I think it was definitely like, it felt like 2 minutes when this sold out. So I was losing my mind. Let me tell you all about the tea of this story, because I knew this pack was gonna go. I knew it was gonna be hard to get, because I know it's a Disney IP, and I knew The Nightmare Before Christmas was gonna a big, big, big anticipated Monster High launch. Like everybody was like making customs of these dolls, OCs of these dolls. Like there's been so many, like ever since like 2010. Like I remember even like in the early Monster High days, there's always been that like Sally Monster High doll that people have been wanting, and that's probably why I got the cup, was because of Monster High. So like I was fully like scared of this. Like this was gonna be like one of those Elvira moments where like I didn't really actually, and I was even, well, I don't think I was there for Elvira. I don't remember Elvira. But I didn't get Elvira at launch. I got her months after. But I knew this was gonna be a hard launch to get, and I was not excited about it, because every single time one of my Twitter mutuals would post a picture of these dolls, it would get like thousands of likes. Like I was so scared for this launch, and for the like, again, for the 3 days following this doll, every time I thought about the pack, I got super anxious, I got super nauseous, and I got like super like ugh. And that's kind of like a really bad feeling to have when you're trying to buy something, because usually like a doll purchase should be super exciting, it should be super fun, it should be super like, you know, whatever. And I was so anxious about this pack for the past couple days, and yeah, today it wasn't as, like last night, y'all, it was horrible. Like I was so anxious down, like I couldn't sleep. Which isn't that serious, because again, these dolls are like, I'm not like emotionally connected to these dolls, but I was still anxious because I knew I wanted them. And I knew that I know that I'm gonna like the movie. Like I promise y'all, like I know it's gonna be fine, and it's gonna be fun. And I'll probably watch it when I end this video. So I'll probably, like, by this is uploaded, I'll have watched it and everything. So you can't call me a poser now. Sorry. But I was just so not ready for this doll launch. And then I saw like time switch, and I was like, oh, okay. But I was happy that I had my phone, I had my computer up, like I had both my laptop and I had my phone, and my phone's dead over there, up, and I was running Mattel Creations, like signed in on both accounts. and I got there, I packed in the car, and I was in this like queue, and I've never ever been in a queue like this. I think they like maybe updated Mattel Creations, like the website, but it's like this queue, and it told you like the time, and I was really confused. And like the one on my laptop was super quick, it was like under a minute, and then my phone one, it went from like a minute to like the laptop was on the minute, like it like took me only a minute to get to the checkout like lane to like actually buy the dolls. And I bought the dolls on the computer, but it was 8 minutes on the phone, and I got on them at the exact same time. Maybe my phone was like a couple seconds later, but it would literally took like that couple seconds, like it was maybe like 15 seconds from like the computer to like switch on my phone, because I wanted to have a backup, y'all. um and the fact that like it took like 15 seconds for me to get pushed back to the 8 minute queue mark was crazy to me. And I know this wasn't and obviously like it's not like a horrible thing, because I obviously got the pack, but there were so many people on my Twitter timeline, like once you like, because you know everyone like talks and everything, for every like one person who got the pack, there was like at least 25 people who were trying on the website who were not able to get this pack. Like I don't think that many collectors actually got the pack. Like there's very, very, very few people that I know, maybe like 5 people that I know that are my friends that have gotten the pack, which is crazy to me, because like this is like a doll collector thing. And I think the reason for that is obviously the reason we get every time we have these collector releases are the bots who got these pack before the actual collectors did. And with the bots, that comes the reselling aspect of it, which is crazy, because right now at 7:24 p.m. on the night of the release, the dolls have not shipped out yet. The dolls are not available for the resellers to have yet. Like they are just like the confirmation that you got the doll. There are 651 doll listings of the Monster High Sally and Jack dolls. Just so many of them. Oh, it's gonna refresh. But like there's pages, 9 pages of these dolls. That's who got the dolls. So there's obviously, every time there's like a doll thing like this happens, like where it's like limited edition dolls and not everybody's able to get the dolls, there's always this like huge thing on doll spaces where everyone just gets super tension, like it's so much tension, there's so much drama, and there's so much mess of it. And one of the things that I saw today was one of the tweets was like someone saying that like the Mattel, if you're buying from the Mattel website and you're buying these limited edition collector dolls, then you're part of the problem and you're feeding into the system of like these horrible limited edition dolls, which I think is crazy, because the whole reason why we're here and we're having this whole issue with the like no one being able to get the dolls is because of the bots. It's also because Mattel cannot, for some reason they refuse to up the quantity of the Skullector dolls. They've been upping the quantity of like this, like the random, like the Frankenstein that just came out, the Vampire Heart Draculaura is still in stock, like, and like the holiday dolls, like the Skeleta, the Draculaura, the Cleo and Deuce, like they're still in stock. But for some reason, the Skullector dolls are always so hard to get, and it's only always them. Everything else has gone, I think, what I've seen has gone up in quantity, and it's gotten more accessible. So it's really, really, really weird that like the most anticipated stuff, like Skullectors, is still so hard for people to get. So I don't think that, again, the collectors and the fan base who is trying to buy the dolls for their personal collection is a part of the problem. Because I'm buying the Monster High dolls from Mattel Creations, that doesn't mean I'm like feeding into this horrible environment that they've created for us. No doll release should be anxiety inducing, making people cry on the timeline. Like it's so much more stress than it needs to be, and that's just what my thing about these dolls is. Just make more. Would Mattel not make more money if they just made like 5,000 more of these dolls? 10,000. Let everybody have them. Let them sit on the website for an hour or two, and let people buy the dolls that they want to buy. Because it's so upsetting when like there's people who, I love this movie and love these dolls, and I love the Monster High brand, and they're just not able to support them. They're not able to support the brand. Like I don't understand the business model at all when it comes to this thing. Like just increase the quantity and there'd be less drama. Because you go to the Monster High TikTok page right now, or the Instagram page, and every single comment, I can't get the dolls, I can't get the dolls, can you restock them, can you restock them? And even Garrett Sanders, the creator of G1 Monster High, wasn't able to get his claws on the new pack, which is weird. Like he created the Monster High, like, you know, he created the brand, like that's where he's credited for. He was one of the bigger contributors when it came to Monster High in the early 2010s. So I cannot understand why this is still an issue, and it's been an issue for 3 years. The first dolls were 2020. It's just very bizarre to me. So that was my little rant for the what's happening? And it's not anyone's fault that this is happening, besides, again, the bots and Mattel for not making more. And don't harass people who got these dolls. I feel like there's this one, again, I don't want to do too many tangents, but there's this one Facebook post that the mom was like, I got this pack for like my 8-year-old daughter for Christmas, and there was full-on adults attacking a child for winning the Monster High collector dolls, which, it's collector dolls, maybe not the best for kids, but that's not my problem. Like, I think people just get so jealous when it comes to these dolls, and they get so, like, into it, and it's just, like, awful. It's making doll collecting so not fun anymore, is these horrible drops. But, again, I'm grateful that I was able to get the dolls, and I just feel gross that, like, people aren't able to get them. I think, though, with the almost $700 listings, 700 of these dolls are on eBay right now. That's not even including mercarri. That's not including vintage. Like, that's not, whatever. Like, I want to say my hopes and my thoughts for this release is that they will go down in price in the couple months after this release. Maybe not during Christmas, maybe after Christmas, like January time. Just because, like, there's so many of these dolls on the eBay market. They will be flooded by the eBay market. No one's going to be able to sell the dolls, and sellers are going to have to sit on the stock until they lower the prices to get it out of their basements. So, I don't know. But again, if y'all are mad at anyone, be mad at the bots, be mad at the, Mattel. Clock it. But, yeah. I want to know, though, in the comments below, though, what are your thoughts and feelings on the Monster High Nightmare Before Christmas Monster High dolls and the skullector drops in general? Have you guys had any luck with these dolls? Did you guys not have any luck with these dolls? Are you going to wait them out? Are you going to make your own customs? Like, I just want to know all your thoughts and feelings. Also, let me know if you, like the dolls in the first place and if you're going to try to get them. I really, really want to know. And my heart actually genuinely goes out to all my friends and all the people who aren't able to get the dolls. I promise y'all they will be available hopefully someday, and the prices will definitely they have to drop sometime. Like, they're not, like, the best things on earth, But yeah, okay, that was my thoughts and feelings for today. I don't want to end on a bad note. So, good notes is that Monster High G3 is still out. Okay. But yeah, thank you guys, though, so beyond much for watching today's video. It was so much fun with you guys, and I cannot wait to catch y'all out in the next one. I love you all endlessly, and I'll see you very, very soon. Love you, bye. Bye, everybody.